Welcome, dear viewers, to CouchWarrior TV on YouTube. I am the CouchWarrior, and you are watching Unpledged, Elegy for the Fallen. So good to get back to storytelling. Thank you all for showing up tonight. I really do appreciate it. A couple of things that I have to go through as a matter of course here. First of all, I guess I would like to make sure that you all understand that if you're interested in epic Skyrim, that we are going to be doing some epic Skyrim on November 2nd. Saturday, November 2nd at 10 a.m. Central Time. We will be playing Skyrim for 24 hours straight. And I wanted to let you know this because we have a rule set established that I think is going to make things really interesting. The guys were over this week, and we nailed down all the details, and we actually created our character in advance. And if you've been following CouchWarrior on YouTube, on Twitter, Discord, all of those different places, you will have seen a preview of the character. It's a little bit mysterious right now, but we're going to unveil, obviously, a lot more about the character on the day of the stream, but we'll probably be announcing a few things about the character as we get closer to the date. So really, that's a very short time away. November 2nd is coming up quickly. So we have a lot of preparation to do on our end, but we're banging that stuff out, so we'll be ready for you. And we are going to be doing this as part of the Global Extra Life charity campaign, which raises money for Children's Miracle Network, which gives that money to the hospitals of the gamers' choosing. So, Joe, Matt, and I have chosen our local children's hospital called Gillette, and all the money that we make that day will be going toward Gillette's services for sick kids. So it is a charity that we have been raising money for 2 years now. This is our third marathon. We're excited about it. A lot of preparation has gone into it. And every year we hope and pray that it's going to go a little bit smoother than the previous year. We'll see. But I'm hoping that we can see you all there. You can also go to extralife.charactercrusade.com, and you can actually donate money now. If you're not able to make it on the day of the event, you can donate on that website anytime you want to, and it will go towards our final tally. Now, our goal for this year is a little bit larger than last year's goal, so we're going to try to stretch a bit more. And we're also going to be focusing, obviously, only on one game this year as opposed to switching games. But we will be doing multiple interviews. So if you are interested in hearing from other gamers and Skyrim modders, people like Dark Fox 127, Dirty Weasel will be there, Rycon Roleplays will be there. We've got a whole list of people. Jessa, good friend of the show, she's going to be showing up as well. Gamer Poets will be on hand. We're going to be talking to a whole bunch of fun people throughout those 24 hours. We'll be spreading those out. So full schedule of events, and when all the interviews are scheduled, is available on the website. You can go to www.charactercrusade.com. You can get all the information you need there. All right? So, I want to thank you all for showing up tonight. Before we get going here, I am just going to do one quick review here. Make sure my stream is... everything's kosher here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is episode 4 of Unpledged. And again, I thank you all for your attendance tonight and for your continuing support of the story. Thank you, everyone, for taking the journey with me. Let the story begin. In my current state of being, there is very little that I can do in the material world. Fortunately for me, those things I can do bring me small amount of enjoyment. For weeks, I and my associates observed the joyless existence of Decibel. Rise at dawn, rouse the child for school, prepare breakfast, then off into the twilight, as if on a funeral march. Her daughter placed into the waiting hands of monks and teachers, Decibel would then trudge on to her place of employment to slave over hours of paperwork while fighting off the advances of the administrator of markets. All of this she accomplished while her husband lay in bed fighting a hangover until mid-morning, when he would drag himself into the courtyard, down a bottle of wine, and begrudgingly wash from a bucket. The cycle repeated over and over again, with each day representing yet another turn in a downward spiral with a predictable end. It was in this spiral that I saw an opportunity. She was trapped by her station, and I would set her free. It started with a visit to the Office of Imperial Commerce, where I engaged her assistance in securing a rather complicated market license. I insisted that our meeting take place in a setting more suitable to productive conversation, and with each dinner or walk by the lake, she became more open to me. The soul of a woman remains opaque until one is able to discover what lights it, and for each woman the candle is unique. It takes time and subtlety and cannot be rushed. To her credit, Decibel took longer than most to succumb to my charms. Despite the shadow cast by her dark and brooding husband, she remained loyal to him. It was essential that she give herself to me completely. Should I move too quickly, our relationship would become but a dalliance, and I needed this to be an ongoing and torrid affair that would secure a continual stream of intelligence. I spent months cultivating our relationship, but it took the sting of betrayal to finally push her into my waiting arms. The results of talent and hard work look the same, but I assure you, they are very different. In addition to being accomplished, the hardworking bear the visible and invisible scars of toil that makes them dangerous. Of course, I worked hard and accomplished much in my life, but perhaps my noble status made me blind to the dangers. Caleo, on the other hand, was technically considered nobility, but I had failed to consider how he had risen to his station. He was noble, yes, but he was no gentleman. Strange dreams I had last night. This place is haunted. Many dreams of skeletons and walking deads. By the dead. This was not open before. Who has opened it? I'm beginning to think this is not a good place for Caleo to camp. Perhaps I should move. I wonder what the asset prefect has in store for me today. I am also excited to find out. I'm sure it would be a good use of my time. Perhaps... leather strips. I have those. Somewhere in this place. Where are you? Here. I will take 2 of them. That should be enough. It isn't a requirement for the dog to always post his presence. It is tradition that this is done. This, of course, gives those men who might be tempted to follow him a bit of a warning that perhaps it is not a good idea. I think I'm going to move this camp. Now, I have some daylight. My hope is that I can find my lost sword and shield. That was an unfortunate loss. It would be devastating to lose that sword. The weapon has been in my family for years. This animal is dazed and confused, I would think. Yesterday was a very long day indeed. Oh, it is impossible. I fear that I will never find my equipment again. I seem to remember the battle took place in this area, but there is no way to know for sure. Damn it. The mess. I must go check in. I am sure this prefect would have very little sympathy for a man who loses his weapon. If I'm being honest, were I in his shoes, I would be the same. Good morning, everyone. Don't all come rushing talking to the dog at once. I can barely take it. I'm beginning to grow accustomed to being ignored. I am reporting, sir. Nice of you to show up, Farata. Listen, the men on the perimeter have brought it to my attention that you lost your weapon and shield. Well, lucky for you, I have found them. They are in the chest over there, if you'd like to retrieve them. Ah, this is excellent. Oh, yes. These are my things. The problem, Farata, is that these weapons, the shield, the broadsword, it is non-regulation. So, I understand that this has some significance to your family, the sword in particular. So, I'll give it back to you. But I'm going to have to fine you. Fine me? For what? For using a non-regulation weapon, of course. Very well. What is the fine? I'll go easy on you. Let's make it 1,500 septums. 1,500 septums? You're kidding me. This is extortion. Wouldn't you say it's rather pathetic to lose one's weapon on the field of battle? Even you must admit that, Farata. It is not ideal. I understand that, but I have used this sword since I was a recruit. No one ever complained about it before. Well, you never reported to me. You may leave the gold in the chest. 1,500 septums. That is virtually everything I have accumulated thus far. Ah, shit. All right. 1,500. That is mine. I'm taking it back. Very well, Prefect. You have your payment. Let's be clear, Farata. It's a fine. Which brings me to the question of the general suck on resources that you are. What do you mean by this? Well, despite the fact that you are not partaking of any food from our camp, my men spend time dealing with you. What of it? Well, this seems to be a habit among outsiders of the Imperial Army. Just the other day, I was asked to send an expeditionary force up to Markarth by the Jarl of Markarth. I did it as a favor. But these are men that I should be deploying in the field here. So this is what I'm going to do. I recently received a letter. Here, take it. You are going to take on this work. I don't want it draining any more of my valuable resources. After you've done that job, you are going to Markarth. From there, you are going to find the expeditionary force and instruct them to come back here. They are delayed, and I don't know why. I am tired of babysitting you, Farata. Now get out of my tent. Yes, sir. Don't look to me for any assistance. I am obviously a drain on your precious resources.
gonna kill you.
Dead and buried.
Precious resources. Pathetic.
Already lost.
I fought worse than you.
Good enough. Well, let me see.
Come on, you show me what you're
Remember, hit the one in the middle.
Let us switch back to a proper weapon. All right.
Dead and buried.
destroy
You can take me?
Oh, shit. $1,500 septums. It is almost as if he knows what it is I aim to do, and he foils me on purpose. Well, two can play that game. Caleo offers no more help unless asked first. How about that? Oh, who am I kidding? I can't play that game. It is not honorable. Good enough. Well. Markarth. I'm going to have to figure out where that is. God forbid I should get any services or assistance from anyone here. Alright. What is this letter? Prefect Veles. My son, Lucian, has decided that experiencing the world is now an urgent priority. I think it is only natural that a young man would wish to explore the world. However, to my great despair, the boy is intent on Skyrim. It seems he is fascinated with the Dwemer artifacts and stories that have been blowing from the region since the start of the war. I have tried to talk to him about out of these ventures, but his mind is set, and he has my wife's stubbornness. I would like to provide a complement of soldiers. I would like you to provide a complement of soldiers to serve as bodyguards while he gets his wanderlust from his system. Good luck. I am sure I need not remind you of the favor I did for your sister. I am calling in that favor now, and I expect satisfaction. I hired stout men to get him across the border to Falkreath, but they have refused to go any deeper into Skyrim. It seems that I misjudged their bravery. You may gather him up there and escort him around Skyrim. I expect it will not take much war before he has had enough adventure and will be ready to come home. When that time comes, I will arrange some men to meet him at the border. Heed my words. You owe me, and I expect him back in one piece, undamaged. Davidicus Flavius. So, this is a specific task for the prefect, and he pawns it off on Caleo. I see how it is. Well, that is fine. I can do that. Falkreath is my first stop, it would seem. I will take all of this garbage with me in the off chance I can do something with it. Which reminds me, I should probably take this infernal shield as well. It is of elven design, which makes it by default flawed, but I will take it anyways. It appears to be enchanted. And it will be good to get out of this haunted place for a while. Alright, off to Falkreath. Stormcloak. Are you expecting me to simply pass you by? I'm sorry. I cannot allow that. But I will, however, give you a fighting chance.
You're nothing.
Somehow I feel better. Let's follow this trail and see where it leads. Look at this. Ah, look, here I am and your friend leads the way. They have taken the war to me, it would seem. Alright. It appears that I have kicked a hornet's nest with that kill, eh? I am out of bolts. This is a problem as well. Let's see if he pursues. He hangs back. He's gone. He attempts to flank me, I'm sure of it. There it is. Okay, wait. Here he comes.
That's all you've got.
I think not. Shit. Ugh. I am up a creek here. Okay, our investment. I think this time we're due for stamina. This is a good time for us to do this, I think. As far as next steps here, let's start at the beginning here and work our way to the right. See if we can do anything more here. Rallying standard. Defiance. You are trained to deflect incoming attacks while wearing all heavy armor. 15 points of armor rating. That seems like it would be a good investment about now. I'm thinking defensive. Come on. Oh, for crying out loud. All right. Cushioned. This is the one I was trying to look at. No longer need to wear a helmet. No, not interested in that right now. All right, let's help ourselves out defensively. Shit. Oh, gods. That is a big hammer. How is that even usable, huh? Okay. Come on. Trying not to get flanked. Easier said than done. Okay. Oh, that hurt right in the ribs. Just getting out of this camp is becoming an issue. There is a lot of road between me and the other side of this battle. Right. Shit. Trying to go from 3 to 3. Shit. Siege engines are firing non-stop now. Let's cut across here. They seem intent on defending the walls, but not sending out patrols anymore. Their numbers are shrinking, I think. As much as I hate this prefect, he is correct. The local nobility should not be draining resources of the Legion to do milk runs like exploration and babysitting. It is a bad idea. The man may be an asset, but he is not without logic. Let's go this way.
What do you think you're doing?
I am killing a courier, that's what I'm doing. So, Lucian Flavius. I will find this man and I will escort him. It seems like a menial task. However, it may be just the thing I need. If it is true, that we simply need to escort him around Skyrim. This could be an opportunity for me to separate myself from the prefect long enough to bank some money. I mean, he didn't get specific about how long I was to be gone. He didn't speak in any details about where I was supposed to go beyond Markarth. If I make myself elusive enough, he couldn't find me with a courier either. Perhaps this is a good thing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are making a run to Falkreath now, where we are going to pick up a civilian, and then from there, we have to make our way to Markarth to look for an Imperial patrol that is past due arriving back at the camp.
What can I do for you? Yes?
Do you have any packages for me?
Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
Oh, really?
Let's see here. Ah, a letter from the Jarl. Moving up in the world, eh? Looks like that's it. Got to go.
The Jarl. Interesting. Ah, from Falkreath, no less. Black Dog. Great. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sid Gear, and I have the honor to be the Jarl and proud and ancient city of Falkreath. The fame of your exploits across Skyrim has brought you to my attention. I have done very little, although I did commit great slaughter on the roads. If you are interested in becoming a Thane of Falkreath, hold, really. I invite you to speak to me the next time you are in Falkreath. Aside from the honor that accrues to the title, my Thanes are entitled to personal housecarl. I also can tell you privately that a choice parcel of land in Falkreath would be available for your purchase, should your services prove useful to me. I look forward to meeting you in person. I remain. Really. Would that not be something? If after everything that has happened, I was to become a Thane of a town within this province, that would be quite the kick in the teeth to the Imperial army, eh? I wonder if they would even allow it. Probably not. They would probably simply confiscate the land and build a fucking camp there. It's probably not even worth attempting. But if I can strike a deal with a Jarl to do some jobs, make some extra money, that would be good. Gods know I need the money now that it has been taken from me. Is a fine. There is no doubt that this is a beautiful land, but it is a nightmare when you're fighting a war. Difficult to see where the enemy comes from. This must be Riverwood. It is quaint, no doubt.
Trouble?
No lollygagging.
No trouble. Even the town guard knows who the dog is. Okay.
So at this point, Caleo is not just getting the lay of the land, but he's really becoming aware of the political circumstance that he finds himself in. It's a real catch-22, right? As long as he's under the thumb of the prefect, he's going to be continually sent on suicide missions. He's probably going to lose well-earned money, or money that he has socked away from looting enemies. Money that he intended to send home to his daughter. And after losing a significant sum of money, like 1,500 septums, he's looking for a way to get himself out of that circumstance.
Come on. Ah. Damn it. Come on, lowlife. Oh, where did you come from? Ah, you find yourself in a pickle, friend. Let me help you out. What do you say? There, problem solved. 5 gold. This is an untenable situation. It is a little better, but at this rate, I am never going to be able to send anything home. I need a big score, something significant. Where does one find significant quantities of gold in Skyrim? Perhaps they have more within, eh? I could not be lucky enough to have this place be empty, eh? Is it a surprise? sufficient. What is this? Sorry, friend. Your loss is Caleo's gain, eh? You hear them in the next chamber, do you not? I do. Alright, friends. Hey, bastards! Come on up, I have something for you. Your friends are dead. Oh, your sticks, that's nice. Something tells me they won't have much more than this within. Oh shit, a mage.
Time to end this little game.
Yes, let us end it before it begins. Golden ruby necklace. This is more like it. There we go. Zish. Perhaps I can sell it. Ah, gems. Now we're getting somewhere. Crap weapons, but that's okay. Strategy and tactics, we take the high ground. End of story. Start there.
Never should have come here. Can't hide from me. Over here.
Ah, bad.
You're a fool to fight me.
Getting around your guard, eh? This archer is a pain in my ass. Let's make it more difficult for him, huh? You see. Come on, bastard. There we go. Okay. Ah, this is a good find as well. Ah, this must be worth something. Yes, that is the kind of bow I gave to my daughter. Her very first one. I was so proud of her. right. James Gold. Robbing bandits can be profitable, I see. This is good. Many supplies. Food. I will drink your wine. You see that? I certainly do. This way of making money, the odds are against me. How many bandits must I kill to make enough? Sooner or later, I am going to come out on the losing end of that arrangement. There we go. Excellent. This is a start. A very meager one, though. Steady it. It is. All right. There was obviously some smithing going on here. Let's see what is happening. Those I can use. Very little of value here. All right, I must get to Falkreath.
All right, so we are starting to get a glimpse into what Caleo's strategy might be and what his state of mind is. You may get the impression from the way that he talks that his mind is turning over and over what it's going to take to make real wealth here. And it's also interesting to consider what a man as desperate as Caleo might do in this circumstance to not only survive, but to ensure the survival of his daughter. For Caleo, it's really at this point a race against time. He is of the belief that his death is imminent, because that's what happens to Unpledged. There is no other outcome for the Unpledged. So under those circumstances, he's thinking to himself that he's got a limited amount of time to make this money. So at this point, he's really trying to figure out how to free himself up to make money. Not only that, but how to go about doing it in larger quantities.
I would put away your blade if I were you.
Wizards. Now that's power. Bet they got that secret magic. Can turn wood to gold. Yeah. Wish I could turn wood to gold.
Very well. I will honor that gesture. Which way is the trail? Welcome to Skyrim. I am the dog of the Legion, but the Legion is just the dog of the Thermor. How do they say that? The shit rolls down here, so to speak. That coin I cannot take. Very well. You honor your gods, and I shall honor mine. Well, at this point, one does not know what to meditate for. The best I can hope for is a quick death. So, that is what we pray for at this time. Quick and glorious. There are those who would say that is all I have ever wanted anyway. A glorious death.
Smell that fresh air? Truly, this is a good place to play a song.
Play a song. Ah, there is the beast. I would consider making your way uphill, my friend. There is very little profit in fighting a bear, especially without a bow. Do you honor your ancestors?
Oh, you are not from Skyrim, huh?
It is impolite to attack strangers. Unless, of course, they attack first. Alright, we stay on the road till I figure out how this place works. I have done my time with ataxia. I did not relish it. I have to say, For a man who was not downhearted with life, this would be a beautiful place to stay. I am not such a man, but if I were, I would consider it. Bandits. They are everywhere. Are they bandits or insurgents? The prefect would have me believe that they all work for the Stormcloaks, huh? Are you sure you want to pick this fight? Right, I am ready for you. Come on. Come on. One at a time, please.
Death awaits you.
It is a big sword. Well, your friend was a bit more brave than you were. Look at this armor. Ah, this one does not belong, I can tell. It is unfortunate. Well, my friend, I can take some of these things off your hands, for sure. Such a hodgepodge of weapons. How do they do it? I have spent my life working with standard gear, with the exception, of course, of my Colovian shield and my family weapon. Those I am not willing to give up. Who's that? I am hoping that this Lucian is not a complete imbecile. We have an infestation of the undead here. It's a bit of a problem. Hello, friend. How far to Falkreath, eh? Even the afflicted do not like the dog. Ah, there it is right there. Shit. These are from my nightmares. What is this? Where do they come from? What is this? What is the meaning of it? Oh no, it's all... I don't understand it. Skeletons with hoods and the crying in the night. Strange. Oh, this is the mighty cemetery of Falkreath. I have heard of this place.
What is it? Dragons?
No. Spirits and ghosts. Have you not seen them? Or heard them?
What is it, Imperia?
Strangers like you bring war. I've seen enough war.
The man is not wrong. So perhaps I start at the inn, eh? And we will find this boy and see what he is all about. Dead man's drink. Ironic. Who doesn't like a bit of irony, I guess?
Come on in. Just don't be shy. Take a seat and get the call down.
Yes?
It's not Imperial. It's probably this one right here. He looks like a dandy. Please tell me it is not this one.
Excuse me, sir. I don't normally do this, but, have you got a moment to talk?
Perhaps I will mess with him a bit. Are you trying to flirt with me?
Flirt? No, that wasn't my intention. Not at all. I just meant I have a proposition for you.
Well, that definitely sounds like flirting with me.
No, not that kind of proposition. I meant I'd like to do business with you. Not like that. Can we start again?
Sure. Hello there. What is your name?
Oh, thank the divines. Right, let's have another go. My name is Lucian Flavius. I'm a scientist, philosopher, amateur wizard, and something of a musician, though I suppose that's more of a hobby. I couldn't help noticing that you seem... how can I put this? Well acquainted with the less savory side of Skyrim?
Is that a fact? I've seen a thing or two, but I am new here as well. Listen, I understand you need help with something, yes?
As a matter of fact, I do. I'm here in Skyrim on an expedition, academic mainly. I find the province simply fascinating. The flora, the fauna, the ruins, both Dwemer and Nordic, the architecture, the politics. Trouble is, I'm really not much of a fighter. I know a few spells and can just about swing a sword, but beyond that, I'm pretty useless in combat. Skyrim's no place for a milk drinker like me. Not on my own, anyway. So, I'm looking for someone to travel with.
Alright, go on.
I suppose what I'm asking is, would you awfully mind if I tag along? I will of course compensate you most handsomely for putting up with me.
And some compensation is good. What are we talking about?
Oh, shall we say 300 septims up front? After that, I'll top you up every time we come across something useful to my research. At your discretion, of course. No obligations. Save that you take me with you, and assist in keeping me alive wherever possible.
Of course.
The age of aggression is just
Very well, I will do this.
Oh, splendid. Here's your gold. This is going to be quite the adventure.
I am the dog, by the way.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Lead on.
Don't get too excited. We're staying here
killer
tonight.
of kings. On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing. What can I do for you? Keep a song in your heart to ward off the gloom.
Welcome to Dead Man's Drink.
A room, please.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Right. You may leave.
I escaped fighting in Cyrodiil, only to have it track me down again in Skyrim.
Fighting will track you everywhere. There really is no escaping it. Alright, you, new blood. Sit in that chair. Good night. Do you partake of breakfast? Ever? If you do, you should make it yourself.
Dead Man's Drink. Charming name. But then I suppose we're all dead men when it comes down to it. Except for the women. They're the ones that kill us.
All right.
Yes?
Do not ask me any questions. Do not make any comments on me or my surroundings. Shut your face unless I give you a direct order. Do you understand?
Yes? What is it that you want?
I received
Good
your
to see
letter.
you. Finally, someone useful is around. Ah, it's you. Yes, well, now we'll see if the stories about you are true. There's a group of bandits in my hold that I may have had a few discreet dealings with. The cut they were giving me was good at first, but now it's time to clean things up. Go and take care of it.
Take care of it. All right, I will do it.
Good. Execute every last bandit. Spare no one.
That is not a problem.
All right, we are going to get rid of some dead weight here. We are also, of course, going to do some leveling. Which is good. Okay, the waning fire is good. We're keeping that. The resist fire can go. Okay. And the Ring of Hunger. What's that all about? Absorbs health based on level from enemies and blah, blah, blah. Well, let's see. What do we have equipped currently? We got the necklace, so let's go ahead and wear this. What do you say? Makes sense.
Yes, boss?
You should shave that peach fuzz off your face. You look ridiculous.
Go ahead. Load me up.
I am not going to load you up. However, this will keep the rain off, eh? Also, carry my pack.
Let's get moving.
This one is bossy. I don't like it. All right. CouchWarrior, level me up.
All right, let's get to it. Last time we invested in stamina. We are now alternating. Okay. I have gone over this previously, but I'll go over it again in case there's anyone just joining us in this episode. This character started at level 10, and all the leveling I did between 1 and 10, the investments were in health. Now, starting at level 10, we're alternating health and stamina every other level, right? And that is our way of simulating the fact that Caleo is a bit out of shape and he's getting back into shape after having been confined in prison for about 1.5 years. Okay? So that's kind of the justification for that. That's what we're working on. Let's take a look at one-handed. We made an investment in something defensive last time. Let's see if we've got any options here yet. Crosscut. Absolutely. We love a good crosscut. All right.
Our hero claims a warrior's heart.
Are you serious? Listen to me, you puke chunk. This is how it's going to work. You are going to become a soldier if I have to kick you all up and down this province to do it. The reasoning for that is that I do not wish to die because you can't lift the blade. You understand, right? So get used to it. It's going to be rather unpleasant for a while. All right, I need to get my bearings. This way. There are supposed to be rules against giving the dog a commission. Is this not that? Do try to keep up, if you wouldn't mind. All right, first lesson. Keep your eyes open at all times. Be aware of your surroundings, right? It is okay to stop every once in a while and look around you, but we are not smelling these flowers. We are checking for enemies. We are watching to be flanked. That is why we do this. Do you understand why we don't want to be flanked, or do I need to explain to you what flanking is? Flanking is when the enemy gets around your guard, on the sides or from behind, and then they smash you into a nice paste. We are attempting to avoid becoming such a paste, you see. That is why I need you to keep your eyes open, because you are watching the rear guard, see? This is a responsibility, and not one that is to be taken lightly. Any enemy worth their salt will attack from advantage, right? All of this bullshit you hear about being charged on the battlefield, it is all bullshit is what it is. If given the chance, We attack from a place of advantage. Nice. I wouldn't say it was excellent blade work, but it gets the job done. All right. Well done. You have killed a civilian. Very soon we are going to graduate to soldiers or bandits in armor. Let's see how you do then. What is this? Huh. Rather useless. Salt I can use. Each and every day, Caleo will espouse some piece of wisdom upon you. It would be to your advantage to remember these things I tell you. The fires of battle. Do you smell that? That is burning flesh. Of course, there are wolves about. Why would there not be? They skulk in the grass. Beat it. Yes, it is hot, is it not? To be expected, it is fire. I hope you do not take that as one of my nuggets of wisdom. I am assuming you already understand that fire is hot. Please tell me we are not starting at that level. Okay, right there. You see this? Come, back it off. Come on. We are fortunate. I think we've caught them sleeping. You see what this is, right? They have sealed off the valley. One encampment on either slope, and one in the center. We are meant to attack the one in the center and be flanked on both sides. So we do not do that. We do not do what is expected. We are to take knife point, but we cannot take it directly. Not with these encampments on either side. We must take them one at a time, clear the valley in a methodical way. So, my friend, now is your time. You can test yourself, eh? Well, he has drawn his battle steel. That is a start. Right, you understand? This is a glorious occasion. It is in battle that a man finds out who he really is. Come on. Let us find out who you are, Flavius.
Never should have come here. It's
Who's next? Get in there, Lucian. Break through the guard. Sometimes it simply requires persistence. Get up.
These people live like animals.
This is true. It is because they are bandits and miscreants. They do not have the discipline of the Legion. What do we expect? Fortunately for us, undisciplined men fight in an undisciplined way, so we can take advantage of this. Ah. This will be good to have. This intelligence, my friend. I suspect there is a greater reason they are sealing off the valley. I think it is safe to assume that they are the ones who burned the cart. They have probably either taken the villagers who were there for ransom, or they have killed them. All right, my friend. Let's see. Club. Interesting. Are you any good with locks? No. Very well. I will do this part. Ah, now this might do the trick. Alright, take that shit off.
Good afternoon. Oh, please, give me all the good stuff.
Why would I give you the good stuff? Take these. This.
All right, then.
You look like a mess. Move.
Do you mind?
Let us see if any of these bastards have a useful set of boots or gloves or anything. Oh, this isn't too bad. Alright, we try this.
Yes? Of course.
Give me those boots back. You haven't earned them. How about this? Try leather boots. That seems more your speed.
Let's get back to it.
No, we are not done yet. Well done. That was a good crosscut, I will say. I am giving you that one. Come on. All right. The camp we are meant to take is on the top of that rise. But it is somewhat risky to take it with these bastards sitting in the valley floor. All right. Here we go. This could get ugly, especially with no bolts. Are they walking a patrol? Oh, here it comes.
I'll end your miserable life.
I can take you.
Shit.
Tell you what, you start running, so I can stab you.
Now is the time if you've got anything up your sleeve, boy. This could be bad. Very bad. Let's try some regeneration. I have lots of things to increase my health, but very little to help otherwise. Resist cold, that could help me. Plentiful stamina, resist magic. Let's stack these. Perhaps warrior, one-handed weapons. Well, let's see what we can do. This is going to get ugly. Done.
Ow, ow, ow.
Guess it's all clear now.
Alright, hunting gives us one more chance. Let's try this again. Perhaps we can take these away from the camp. What do you say?
Never
Right, make quick work of her. Come on.
Can't wait to count out your coin. Gonna split your belly like an old woman curse. Tell you what, you start running, or I can stab you in the back.
The boy has balls. I will give him that.
Not impressed.
This is over.
Difficult.
I love a good fight.
Oi. Ah. There you go, kid.
I love a challenge.
That was terrifying.
Yes, it was. I will admit that. If you are not scared, you're doing something wrong, I would say. All right. Now, the valley floor is clear. Let's get what we can from these bastards. Steel armor. He's not ready for that. This perhaps would work. I don't know. Ah, Khajiit Caravan. I wonder if that's what it was. Imperial patrols. Alright, we will keep this. On the off chance that the men we are looking for were the victims. They try to get the safe open. Alright, now is the time to take a rest. Gather yourself before we go up that hill. All right. They have a guard outpost there. It's impossible to believe they haven't seen us. Perhaps it is our good fortune that they think we are just bandits down here. Come on. All right, are you ready? All right. Do not underestimate these. We've had some success, but things at a distance appear smaller, if you know what I mean. It's when you get up against them that they become big and huge and difficult.
Can we discuss this?
He's intent on taking the tower. Come on, mage, over here.
I could still put up a fight.
All right, friend. It is an honor to kill a veteran, even if he has gone AWOL. Are you okay, boy? Come over here. Why does he fight with a war pick? Perhaps it is a bad idea to have this kid fight with a shield.
This province has a real bandit problem, you know. I feel like there are more of them than there are normal people.
I think you are probably right. However, I don't think they are all bandits. I don't think this is what it appears to be.
Did these people choose the bandit life? Or did the bandit life choose them?
I don't know. This is a good question you are asking. Most people choose the bandit life. You know. When it comes to the money, they descend. They descend like flies on the midden. Well, some things must be let go. I can't possibly carry it all. All right, when you're ready, Lucian. To take this one. Rather impressive.
Never should have come.
This is highly unfriendly.
Finish it. Come on.
Ow!
All right, that's enough.
I saw my life flash before my eyes. It was much too short.
Well, you must dispatch them quickly. This messing around. So you get killed.
What was that?
Now ain't this a surprise?
All right. That was good. Not a tactic I recommend doing very often. I left my flank open, but... Right? He was looking at me and not you, so I guess it worked out okay.
You picked a bad time to get lost. Victory's yours!
Well done. He threw himself into the fight without minding his flank. There we go. That is how it works, my friend. Smells like springtime, even though it is fall. Alright, are you ready for the last bit? I am ready. Okay? Just so you know, I am in this for the money. That is it. Alright? Danger and opportunity walk hand in hand. Let us go. Are you prepared? This could get dicey.
Thought I heard something. Death is
You think you can take me? That's all you've got?
Are you alright, kid? Alright, good job. Nordic Dwemer Blade.
What's on your mind?
Alright.
What a coincidence. I need to trade some things with you too.
Is that a fact? Alright. Take that.
All right then.
They're close. There we go. Sorry, my friend. Looks like we came too late. Move. Where is the other one? We have successfully done with 2 men what normally a small contingent of legionnaires would take care of. You have my respect, but there is still much you need to learn. All right.
Hello there. Oh, please, give me all the good stuff.
I'm sorry. That is not going to happen today. I will take this.
Let's get back to it.
There we go. Now, before a man can wear heavy armor properly, he must understand how to carry the weight. You will carry this weight until I say you are done carrying this weight. I don't care what it is filled with. Water, mead, rocks, mud, dirt, whatever you like, but it will be filled with something. And you will wear it at all times. Do you understand me? Done. Just keep your mouth shut. Come on. Come on, quickly. Perhaps in my current state, they won't recognize me as obviously Imperial. Well, he was, looking for a scrape, apparently. Interesting. Well, when Hunding presents you with something, you do not deny it. Hmm? Well, let's see how this goes. It's probably going to be an ugly business. Avert your eyes. Yes. Alright, this is a cold campsite tonight. Enjoy. I will see you in the morning. You may I don't know, sleep wherever you like. If you would like to take advantage of the remains of that elk, perhaps you can arrange something cozy.
All right. Let's see how we're doing level-wise. Okay, we're very close to level 18. Good grief, man. That is some serious leveling. We are on episode number 4 tonight. Averaging probably 2.5 hours per episode, if I had to guess. So that's some pretty rapid leveling, but an awful lot of combat with all the different additions we have in this game to reinforce combat and add to the enemy count. It's not all that surprising, really. Ah, you use 2. This is interesting. How is that keg feeling?
am not completely convinced that heavy armor is the way to go, but there is no armor in this god-forsaken province that is going to be as well made as Imperial stuff. Did you see that? Hang on.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah. These are vile creatures. Come on, quickly. Let's move on. We have a long way to go. Ah, this gets interesting. What magic is this?
A little help over here.
You're okay. Boy, you have to learn when to retreat. Doesn't have to be forever. Soldier, I would recommend you return to your group. What kind of orders are they getting out here? What of this? Ah, trench knife. Come on. Looks like they have made off with the bodies. I could have swore there were Imperial soldiers here. Bodies. Did you not see them? What is my mind doing? Is wrong in this valley. Do you feel that? It's as ground shakes. And he's going to make an issue of it. Quit fussing around, let's go. Come on, Flavius. I have heard things about this Markarth, that it is steeped in Dwemer history. Perhaps that is something you will enjoy, yes? I wish to ask you a question about that very thing. Is there money to be made in the exploration of Dwemer ruins? Huh? Do you know about this?
Lucian Flavius, reporting for duty.
That's more like it. I like to hear that.
What would you like to know?
About this Dwemer shit. Tell me, what is your background?
Cyrodiil. Though I suppose you could probably guess that.
Yes.
I grew up in the Imperial City. My family own a small amount of property there, and they always encouraged me to pursue the career. Namely, in audit. Let's get back to it.
Very casual. I am hoping you will answer my questions about this Dwemer stuff. I know nothing about it, but if there is money to be made in exploring it, or selling it, or recovering it, or salvage, or something like that, I might be interested in that. Perhaps you and I can work together in this way. Something of a back-scratching arrangement, if you will. I will help you stay alive and explore what you wish to explore, and you help me make a buck. What you say?
What do you need?
Right. Your family.
Hit me! Not literally.
Oh, don't worry, I might.
Oh, the Flaviuses are firmly rooted in the Imperial City. We've always had a strong sense of home. We're a tight-knit bunch, and we get on rather well most of the time. They worry, though, particularly about me. Gave them quite a shock when I told them about this expedition.
I can imagine. Tell me about your father.
Davidicus is his name. He's an academic like me, always up to his elbows in old scrolls. He does a lot of consultancy work for the Imperial government. Hunts down relics for them, that sort of thing.
Right.
I'd be lying if I said we always saw eye to eye, but I owe a lot to him, and he's very dear to me.
Well, that is all very sweet.
Let's go.
Let's. It would seem exploration runs in the blood, eh? The family. This need to explore and discover. I don't really understand it myself. Something else ran in my family's blood, I will tell you that. It certainly wasn't a passion for discovery. Or precisely a passion for killing. This is not good. Hey. Finish it quickly. Don't allow yourself to be drawn off the path. Just because it's a dog doesn't mean it's not an ambush. Damn it. Finish it. Let it go, kid. See, I told you.
Can we discuss this? Best, huh?
It's the only way out of your
Ow, ow.
All right.
Behold the future. Behold the Thalmor.
I am beholding, all right. Well, you walked right into that one. Now we have another list of concerns. Making an enemy of the Thalmor was not on my list of wants. Clearly, this was an ambush. A very clever one. But why? Why would the Thalmor want the dog dead? Come on. I think you've screwed it up enough for one day. Caleo does not need any more enemies than he already has. Come on. We will accompany this Imperial patrol. Safety in numbers for now. Come on. Perhaps if I hang back enough, it'll be some time before this officer realizes I am here and kicks me out. Markarth.
I like to think of philosophy as a way of conclusively resolving the big questions in life. Or is it? Discuss.
I am not in a discussing mood right now, kid. Come on. aggressive goat, I guess, huh? Come on, keep up. Salute. Alright, we are on our own from here. But let me tell you something. There is a big difference between fighting and soldiering. Soldiering is a very different thing. And running off the trail chasing dogs is not the way you soldier. It is the way you get killed. Come on. I think this boy is touched. Alright, this is an outpost. I'm assuming it's Imperial, but we don't know for sure. Just keep your mouth shut until we get through the other side. Shit. My nerves are up. City guard, we lucked out. And this whole area is fortified. Come on. Let's double time. I think we actually made it.
Heard they're reforming a Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Riften.
I heard this also.
Joining up myself.
Come on. How is the keg feeling? It is not leaking. I am impressed. If you take good care of your keg, it takes care of you. Huh?
They used to call the city Nechound-Zel back when the Dwemer were in charge.
Really?
Markarth does seem to roll off the tongue better, don't you think?
I would say so. Look at it. It is a sight to behold. It has floating horses here too. That is a problem. There is something wrong with my brain. What is it? understand. No guards.
Gods. A woman attacked right on the streets. Are you alright? Did you see what happened?
I didn't see anything. Sorry.
You don't have to say sorry to me. I just hope the 8 bring us more peace in the future. Oh, I think you dropped this. Some kind of note. Looks important.
You dare bring it. You need some fresh meat for your family?
The 8 bring peace to no one.
Alright then.
What am I supposed to do?
That
Never
rotting
leave the
carcass
house?
away from
You
me.
want that, Emden?
What's wrong? You're closing
You have to
the
look at the
stall.
blood closely to see the quality of the
You
meat.
want to give up now?
Citizen.
out of
How else will you know
fear?
it's fresh?
Is that what we're going to teach our
I don't
daughter?
need to know if it's fresh from this
Mama,
distance.
why are you and Papa fighting?
We're not fighting, we're just... Why don't I get you something to eat?
Want a cut of venison or mutton? Of course you do.
Excuse me, do you know anything about this house? Seen anyone enter or leave?
I know nothing about this city.
Best offense is a good defense, am I right?
That is not always true.
Let me guess. You need a drink. It's the silver blood inn you're looking for.
Silverblood family will be heard.
There's a small skiver den just east of the city. Which one to go?
big shout out to the generous supporters of CouchWarrior. Unpledged produces no YouTube royalties for CouchWarrior TV, so this channel is 100% reliant on your donations. To get involved, check out the Patreon campaign and the rewards it offers at patreon.charactercrusade.com. Make sure you don't miss a single episode of Unpledged. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure to ring the bell for alerts. You can also find additional information by following me on Twitter at CharacterWonk and by joining our amazing community of storytellers at discord.charactercrusade.com. You can find a schedule by going to couchwarrior.tv, as well as some resources about the story and a contact form where you can send me messages via the webpage. I'm always happy to hear from my viewers. I have made some updates to the schedule you might want to check out. I have also pre-scheduled the next 2 episodes after this, I believe, so you want to check that out as well. Thank you all for your support, and thank you for joining me on the adventure and for supporting my continuing mission to bring story to the world. I will see you next week.